lawyer who is practicing criminal law, and I firmly believe the essence of today's agenda. How can peace efforts, balance and reformation make a better place to love? I think it's having a very wide amplitude and having a very huge importance as well as a very wide approach. Although the key aspects of it, and it's been very nice, like Honorable CEO, Honorable Director and Ma'am spoke very wonderfully to cover the aspects of it. But now it's my turn to say something from an outlook of a criminal lawyer. So profession of law is considered as a noble profession. But this very term criminal law often misunderstood as merely as a mechanism of punishment. But trust me, after being in this profession from the past 4 to 5 years, I realized it from my experience and understanding that it plays a much broader role in creating balance, upholding peace and reformation in the society. Normally, we criminal lawyers are seen with people who are compromised with the morals, who are defending criminals for the sake of monetary gains. That is what is the normal perception among the society when it comes to the criminal law. The reason of it is because we know the criminals from the media, manipulated narratives. We know the criminals who are highlighted, who are established, who has committed murders, who are asking ransoms from people who are very well off from a wealthy background. Isn't it? So at least for today, and then not for today, then at least for now, I would request you to all to hear me out. So I may highlight the importance of the criminal law and the lawyers, and how does the lawyers or criminal law helps to maintain peace balance. So how does very jurisprudence of the criminal law in the world came into the picture? Let's go little bit of a time traveling when we used to be in ancient society, when there was no law and order, when there was no system. At that time, how do we used to deal with it? I think the personal vengeance was the very basis on the basis of we used to operate. You kill someone of mine, I'll kill someone of yours. That's how the kings have been going on for the war. There's been a time when whatever the king has been said, that is the final. Even no right has been given to someone. It doesn't matter if that person has been falsely implicated, in what circumstances he has committed a crime. Supposedly I just stole something in under certain circumstances, and the king has said that this person is supposed to be hanged till death. And there was no one to question that. Because punishments were not appropriate, punishments were not proportionate. And over the period of time, the society, different groups, communities used to operate that. I think most of us sitting here would agree that this ideology is still the reason of the social unrest and the communal violence we see. You kill someone from my community, you done something blasphemous to my beliefs, and now I could cause harm to you. So take a pause and think, was it a right approach? Was this approach did any good to the society over the past period of time when the society has been evolved? And the answer is big no. Maybe most of you won't agree to it, but I'll try my level best to convince you, because that's my job, being a criminal lawyer, to convince people's narrative. We as a human race understood it with the time that slowly, gradually, society and the law order has been evolved. Different law came, democracy came into the picture, and we have witnessed a lot of amendments in law, particularly in justice delivery system all across the globe. So the importance of the law, or I should say the criminal law in our justice delivery system, is to liberate the common man from this burden of vengeance. If a crime is being committed against you, we don't want that you supposed to be in the burden that you would have to plan your vengeance on you. That is how the system is being evolved. The justice delivery system came into the picture. Police, different mechanisms, different bodies came into the picture. And we have given them a right to investigate. Because still in the criminal law, this is the belief that unless and until the crime is not been committed or not been proved, you will be considered innocent, and that is very much is required. Because when it comes to the criminal law, we see only the criminals who we have seen in CCTV, like Lawrence Vishnoy, Atif Ahmed,
The representation of
But
bench
thing is not
addresses
that.
addressing concerns.
Supposedly, you belongs to a wealthy family, and over a period of time, you had done certain things and gain a wealth. Then a person is calling you from a jail and asking for a certain ransom, asking you for extortion. That person could be from a political background as well, because that's the sad reality of our country. Then what you would do? At that time, a criminal lawyer would become a voice of yours, approach to the right authorities, will have you that protection which is required. Supposedly, you would be in a consensual relationship with someone. Later on, that relationship became sour, and you have been accused of being something terrible, maybe for a rape. Although you had not done it. At that time, we need a criminal lawyer who can really be a representative of yours and can really make people to believe that that is not the case. So that is a very different outlook of the criminal law, where we are not just working for the criminals, we are working there to maintain the balance and as well as the harmony in the society. Now let's come to another question. Supposedly someone had done something wrong, then why do we put him into the jail? What good does it mean? It does it because when someone has done something, an act is being done, at that time we believe that very act of that person makes him a person unfit and unworthy to be in the society. And we put him in for the considerable period of time so that we can make that very reformation to that person. And over the period of time, that person may come back and can sit in the society and can maintain the law and order and the balance in the society. So as per the law, we put him into jail with his approach over the period of time that he may realize this act. That's how the justice system plays a key role to maintain peace, balance and reformation in the society to make this world as a better place to live. Now let's dive more deep into it. When I say the very term law, I think it would lost its very meaning if this term would not stand upon the pillars of equality and equity. And it's been a sad reality. I think we all, being a member of a human race, on apology, especially to the women and as well as to the marginalized gender, because we have not recognized their rights. And in fact, even the voting rights has been given to them in the past 200 years, although we have been existing in this planet from a long time. So our apex courts, our courts has addressed the issues like sexual harassment at workplace, frame guidelines to known as Vishakha guidelines so that they may work very peacefully in an environment, and I think that's a very basic right of them. Issues like LGBTQ has been addressed. The definition of the rape has been widened.